What's the most racist rule your school ever tried to enforce? Our principal, Mr. Vance, announced it over the intercom like it was a fire drill. Effective immediately, English was the official language of learning, and any student caught speaking anything else on school grounds would earn a detention. Third strike meant suspension. He said it kept everyone on the same page. What he actually meant was that he'd walked past a group of us laughing in Spanish that morning and hated being on the outside of the joke. The rule had a convenient blind spot. Down C Hall, Madame Rousseau taught French to 20 kids who conjugated verbs out loud every single day. Room 114 hung a Latin banner over the door, and Mr. Vance kept a framed photo on his desk from his semester abroad in Paris, tossing out bonjour and c'est la vie at assemblies like they made him worldly. French was culture, Latin was intelligence, Spanish, Tagalog, and Somali were disruptions. I got my first detention for saying salud when a kid sneezed, my second for translating the lunch menu to a freshman who just moved here from Guatemala and couldn't read the board. Both times Mr. Vance wrote me up himself, smiling like he'd caught me cheating. 2 more and you're gone, he said. Assimilate or leave. Most kids just got quieter. I got organized. I started a notebook. Every detention slip, every name, every reason. Anna got written up for answering her mom's call in Spanish in the parking lot, off school grounds, technically. Hassan got one for saying a prayer under his breath. Meanwhile, the French class performed a whole skit at the fall assembly, and Mr. Vance clapped the loudest. I logged that too. By November, I had 43 write-ups, and every single one was for a language spoken by a black or brown kid. Not one French student, not one Latin student. Not one. Then I got specific. I asked the front office politely for a copy of the official policy. I said I wanted to make sure I understood it. They printed it for me. It said, non-English languages, full stop. No exception for French. No exception for Latin. On paper, Madame Rousseau's entire class was breaking the rule 40 minutes a day. On paper, so was Mr. Vance every time he said bonjour. I made copies of everything and waited. I knew the waiting was the whole game. The chance came in December. The district superintendent, Dr. Ellison, was coming to present Mr. Vance with a Leadership in Education award at the winter assembly. The whole school in the gym, parents invited, a local reporter in the front row. He'd been bragging about it for weeks. He'd even asked the French class to open the ceremony with a song, because nothing said leadership like a little Parisian flair. I signed up for the 2-minute student remarks slot. Mr. Vance approved it himself without reading what I'd submitted, because he assumed a kid like me would just say thank you. The morning of the assembly, the French class sang Alouette, and Mr. Vance beamed. Dr. Ellison praised the school's inclusive culture. Then they called me up. I set my notebook on the podium. Before I say thank you, I began. I want to read some numbers. I read the count. 43 detentions since September. I read the languages. Spanish, Tagalog, Somali, Arabic. Then I said, 0 for French, 0 for Latin. Even though our own written policy bans every non-English language on school grounds, including the song we all just clapped for. The gym went silent. Dr. Ellison stopped smiling. I asked the office for the policy myself, I said, holding it up. It's right here. By this rule, Madame Rousseau breaks it every period. And so does Mr. Vance. Every time he says bonjour at an assembly. A few parents laughed, the sharp kind of laugh. Mr. Vance stood up. That's enough. He told me to assimilate or leave. I said louder. For saying bless you in Spanish. So I'll ask you directly, Dr. Ellison, in front of everyone. Is it the language that's the problem, or is it us? Dr. Ellison took the microphone off the stand. She didn't hand it to Mr. Vance. She looked at my notebook, then at the 43 slips I'd photocopied and stacked on the podium, then out at a gym full of parents holding up their phones. There won't be an award today, she said. There's going to be an audit. By the end of the week, the English-only rule was scraped off every wall in the building. By the end of the month, so was Mr. Vance.